It's not a mistake, it's a masterpiece is what they say. This was a mistake and I'll show you. Why? Because it took me a lot of time filming, and also not everything you do will be a success in the first try. So why not show you? Okay, so plan 1 was to make rice cakes from scratch, but then someone whose name starts with an S grew over ambitious and decided to make mozzarella corn dogs too. So step 1 was to make the yeast flour batter that the mozzarella will be coated in. This also is where I went wrong for the first time, because I did go wrong a lot of times. The batter is supposed to be thick with 2 C's and sticky. Did this look like that to you? No. Anyways, while this rested, I made the rice cakes. Now there are 2 ways to make these rice cakes. One is to soak rice, make a flour, make a ball, steam it, pound it, make cakes and then use. And the other is to use rice flour, combine with water and then boil and then use. So I chose the second way and I made rice cakes. I took a pot and filled with water, salt and oil and boiled the rice cakes. Of course, the pot ended up being too small, so I switched and transferred to a bigger one. I let these cakes boil for about 25 minutes, which is a lot of time because the internet said to boil for 15 minutes. The yeast did its magic and the batter is thicker, but no, not thick enough. This is what happens when I lose patience, which I do lose every 2 minutes, but that's a different discussion altogether. So I cut the mozzarella pizza cheese cube into uneven sticks because I cannot do anything right. And finally making the corn dogs, like shaping them. I tried coating the mozzarella sticks with the batter and then put them in the panko breadcrumbs. Now you should put a layer of flour on the mozzarella first, because if you don't, you should know what will happen. Cheese has a rubbery feel, so the batter will just slide off. The first corn dog, total fail. The mozzarella literally detached itself from the batter. Next one did better, but what even is all that? And all the oil seeped in and the oil got dirty, like really bad. It was a mess, a total fail. Finally, I got some brain and added a little bit of flour to the batter. Did it help? Sort of. Okay, the boiled rice cakes were transferred to cold water and I just made a very simple sauce with gochujang and water and dumped the rice cakes in and let simmer for 10 minutes. Also topped with the first corn dog failed mozzarella, cause why not? And then I just plated. You know those times when you're so pissed you do not care about anything? Yeah, that was me here. My tripod was itself in the frame, but did I care? No. Topped the corn dogs with mustard and ketchup, and this actually didn't look too bad overall, but let me tell you something. The rice cakes had a very non-chewy texture, like they weren't pillowy, and the oil had seeped into the corn dogs, so it wasn't a pleasant taste. Was I satisfied after spending so much time in the kitchen? No. And yeah, there's no but after this. It was a mistake. But will I try to make these again and maybe rectify my mistake? Probably.